All right, today this video will be about entering equipment information. You guys are going to see this on a lot of dispatches for either new customers or if we're going to an existing customer and let's say all the information wasn't entered or it's incomplete and we're missing different areas, but it'll say must enter equipment information. So it's pretty simple. However, let's just kind of navigate through here. So obviously we're going to open up our dispatch. Want to change our status every time. First thing we want to do is go ahead and fix our status so we are working. So this dispatch note says enter equipment info. It's going to be a standard dispatch note. You guys are going to want to look out for that. But we're going to go down here to the bottom and click on the equipment button. I think that your equipment button on Android is actually on the top. And when we first get into this, we're going to see one piece of equipment. There's a button up here called download all, and then a button called add new. So first thing we want to do when it says enter equipment is we want to click on download all. All right, so let's go ahead and click on download all. It's going to bring up all this other equipment. So, and it says equipment unattached to dispatch. The reason it says that is because when we get a service call, we have to check off the piece of equipment that the service call is for. And so that's what's going to be attached to your dispatch. However, there might be 9 other units, 10 other units, 20 other units. And it's just going to give you the information on that one. So you got to make sure you hit download all so that way you're not adding equipment that's already there that maybe you just can't see. So first thing you want to do, like I said, hit that download all. Okay, that the unit that we're looking for is still, it's not here. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a new piece of equipment. All right, so we're going to click on add new. And first things first, in manufacturer, one of the things that we found out is like a quick reference on how to see which unit is which. We want to put in the manufacturer and then the unit number. That's the number that either we gave it or EMS gave it or was already on it, right? So we're just going to click on manufacturer. Manufacturer is going to be Carrier, York, Train. You guys know most of the major manufacturers. We're going to enter our model number, 48HJD. Always make sure to try and capitalize everything. The information that you put into these sections will actually show up on the invoice. You guys won't be able to see it, but on the PDF invoice that we send the customer, it will show all of this. And so if some of it's capitalized, some of it isn't, we just want to keep everything pretty professional. So make sure you capitalize everything through here. Type is gas pack, heat pump condenser, air handler, cooling tower, chiller. This particular piece of equipment is a gas pack. And then serial number, same thing. We just want to make sure that we capitalize everything. And just make it all pretty uniform. All right, install date. We don't really have to do anything with that unless this is the actual day that we're installing the piece of equipment. Then you want to go ahead and put it in there. Warranty, don't change anything on that. Actually, we will do that on our side if we're the ones who install the equipment or if we got an update from the manufacturer regarding a warranty. Sort and manufacturing code. Don't worry about those ones either. Leave them blank. We would take them off of here. However, we are not able to. Location. So location is not the location of the unit. It is not roof or out back or above ceiling. What we use location for is area served. So stock room, left sales, right sales, center sales, manager's office, fitting room, break room, restroom, any of those. It does have a max character amount that you can put in here. So let's see here. So let's try right sales. So obviously it's got a 10 character limit on here. And that's just because, like I said, when it shows up on the invoice, they don't want some long description pushing everything over to the left or to the right. So if it says that, right sales, we don't want it to say that, right? So we can do some abbreviation. We can put right sales, right? Now we know that's the right side sales floor, right? Notes, I'll show you what you're going to do in here in a minute. We're going to skip right down here to AC number. So we're going to put in AC number, I think this was 3, correct? 3. Motor pulley, we want to put in the Browning numbers, which is the VP number that is stamped on the side of the pulley, followed by the shaft size. So VP 34 by 7/8, a 46. If there is no Browning number stamped on the pulley, you can go ahead and measure it, and so it'll say something like 3 3/4 inches by 7/8. We'll get what that means too. But pick yourself up a Browning book so that way you can kind of see what that transfers to on the Browning number. Volt and phase, so it's either going to be 208 3-phase, 460 3-phase, 208 single phase, 120 single phase, things like that. This particular piece of equipment is 208 3-phase. Refrigerant, R22. Tonnage, so for those of you guys who do not know how to read model numbers, there's a lot of nomenclature information out there. It's pretty easy once you kind of get the hang of it. Carrier 48 HJD 009. 009 is telling me the size of the unit. 009 is a 90,000 BTU, which would be a 7.5 ton unit. Air filters. So there's 2 sections here for air filters. We want to put in the first size. If there's multiple sizes, that's what we want to use the next section for, because there is a max amount of characters on here. So we want to put the quantity and the size. And then if there's only one size, then we just want to go ahead and put NA in here. That way we know there's only one size on here. All right, so like I said, we're going to use the notes. One of the things we like to do is outside air filter. So in case we ever have to replace that outside air filter, we got the size right here. Everything's already locked in for us. So this particular one, outside air filters are always going to have a size on them that's like 19 5/8 by 24 3/4 by 7/8, right? Always round up with those. 19 3/4 would be a 20. 24 7/8 would be 25, and then by 7/8 would be a 1. Right, now we have that size in there. Another thing that we really like to do is a 7.5 ton unit. It's going to have multiple stages. So first stage, and we want to put the amount of refrigerant in here. It's a quick reference for us when we're estimating. That way we don't have to pull up a picture of the nameplate. And we'd like to just put it in there real simple. This is just for us. This isn't going to show up anywhere. But it's really, like I said, just for us when we're doing some estimating. That way we can make sure that we are charging the right amount of refrigerant. We'll go 11 pounds for that next stage. We just want to double check everything, make sure everything's kind of handled. Like I said, warranty sort, or not warranty sort, manufacturing code, and ID. We don't have to do anything with those ones. Everything else looks good. Go ahead and hit save. You are able to edit all of these as you put them in. But everything looks good. We got carrier number 3, got our model number, serial number, everything's capitalized. We are good to go. So that is how you enter equipment. If you want to edit equipment, you can literally pick on any other piece of equipment, take a look at it, see what's missing, location's missing. You can go into edit, location, we can put stock, room. There we go. All right, and anything else that we got to fill out, you can do that same way. You're able to edit any piece of equipment, add any piece of equipment. You cannot remove a piece of equipment, but let's say there's an extra piece of equipment in there. Go ahead and call the shop, talk to somebody about removing that piece of equipment, because we can do it on our side. All right, thank you very much.